The information and discussions shared on the Love Show are from personal accounts and experiences. Listener discretion is advised. This episode contains explicit language and frank discussions of adult themes or sexual content that may not be suitable for all audiences. Any communications, considerations, or recommendations are not a substitute for medical, psychological, or licensed professional help in wellness or recovery. Please seek a qualified practitioner regarding specific needs or concerns. We thank you and hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to The Love Show, an exploration of love, romance, relationships, and sacred sexuality. This is your invitation to dive deeper into your innermost self and strengthen the bonds of love and intimacy. Jennifer Rose is an international psychic medium, transformational guide, channel, writer, and healer. With the help of fellow trailblazers, Jennifer's mission is to combine timeless wisdom and modern spiritual awareness to transform and evolve humanity, all while encompassing healthy transformative love, epic beauty, and divine connection. Now here is your host, Jennifer Rose.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome. Happy Monday to you all. I'm Jennifer Rose, and we're on the Love Show on the Sacred Spiral Network. I hope you all are doing well and had a wonderful summer weekend. It's been pretty busy, hasn't it, folks? Okay, I am so excited about tonight's show. I've got the wonderful and amazing and magical Bryan Lahr joining me shortly, and I had the pleasure of just being on his show just a little while ago, too. So we doubled up today for double the fun, double the love today for this Monday evening. And I hope it finds you well once again, too. A couple of quick announcements, my friends. Coming up this Friday, I will be going live again for my sister show, Embracing Infinity. I have a lovely guest, Jaya Jankert, coming on. She's a spiritual mentor and stylist, and we will be talking about remembering the awakening, coming back into wholeness. It will be a very lovely discussion. You won't want to miss it as well, too. And so next week I will be off, so there will be no love show next Monday, but I will miss you all and sending you lots of well wishes. I'm just taking a little night off for myself. And with that, let me see, you're all coming on. I see our lovely friend Jeffrey has joined us as well. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. The lovely Jennifer McCormick has come on too. Thank you for being here as well too. And I want to do a little energetic check-in. We have some big changes going on. I know Bryan was speaking about this on the last show as well on Beyond the Light. A lot of big changes with the planets, with the astrology. Things are moving in fast motion right now too. So it's a little bit of buckle up, and hold on to your chairs, everybody too. But just remember, we were made for this. We were built for this. A lot of us volunteered to come and be part of this transformation, to be part of this great, amazing adventure that we're all on. And there's always more than meets the eye, too. There's always more going on in the big and in the little, right? On the little fine details and in the big picture as well, too. So just a little food for thought to remember as well, too, as we keep moving forward. So remember to, practice good self-care, practice your grounding, cultivate a healthy relationship with yourself and with others. And that should help you to move through all of these and, big intense energies. But the planets are always going to be going through a lot of fun things too. So we just have to kind of learn to move with it as we move along as well too. I also want to say hello to Kim McClellan. Thank you for joining us here too. And the lovely Vivian Ishimara too. Are you back in Hawaii, my dear? Have you made it back? Are we still traveling? So welcome, welcome, welcome. So, okay, my dear friends, let's go get him started because we have a lot of things to cover. Bryan has brought some amazing photography with him to share with all of us here today. And we don't want to miss anything. So here today, let me get my eyes on here. We're diving deep into the mesmerizing world of botanical eroticism, divine connection, and artistic transformation with the incredibly talented artist and photographer Bryan Lahr. In today's episode, we are going to explore nature's secret sensuality, a visual showcase of stunning roses, orchids, and botanical wonders that naturally mirror the human form and erotic energy. The twin flame journey, Bryan shares his intimate photos and the raw, beautiful story of his own twin flame relationship. Balancing the divine self, discover how the art and love life helped him perfectly integrate his inner masculine and feminine energies. So, whether you're a lover of fine art, a photography enthusiast, or on your own spiritual relationship journey, this episode will change the way you look at nature and love forever. My wonderful and amazing friend and guest, Bryan Lahr, is an energy facilitator, artist, musician, and longtime tarot creator whose work brings together metaphysics, creativity, and personal transformation. With decades of experience exploring tarot, angelic work, meditation, sound, and light painting, Bryan is known for making spiritual and energetic concepts accessible, practical, and deeply engaging. He's the creator of Wizard of Oz Tarot Deck and the Deuce Angels Angel Oracle. You might have to correct me. I think I said that wrong. And he also brings the eye of an award-winning advertising creative to everything he does, blending visionary imagination with polished storytelling and a striking visual sensibility. Through his readings, classes, podcasts, and live events, Bryan helps people better understand the unseen forces shaping their lives and how to work with them in a grounded and empowering way. You can find Bryan at his website, wizardofod.com, his Instagram, Bryan Lahr Light Painting, and also Wizard O Odd. It's not of, it's Odd, Wizard O Odd, forgive me. I think I might have to do a little correction in the description later. And on YouTube, Be in the Light Show, and on Facebook at Bryan Lahr as well too. So he's really out there everywhere. So make sure to find him. Please give him a follow. Please subscribe over on his YouTube channels as well too. Would love to support our amazing friend and this wonderful, amazing soul as well. And hello to Michael Zinn, who has just joined us. Okay, Bryan, let's do it.
Wow, what an intro. Thank you so much. It's been so long since we've seen each other.
I know, just about 20 minutes, my friend, too.
Yeah.
And by the way, everybody, if you're watching over on Miss Rose's YouTube channel, we did have a little technical glitch with our last show. We'll be getting that restreamed on there, so you can go and watch the recording later. But it is also available on the Secret Spiral Network YouTube channel, Bryan Lahr's YouTube channel, and over on Facebook as well. So you can watch it from there as well too. So do apologies for that too. I really wanted to make sure we shared that with you, but we'll make sure you get it. So, okay, Bryan, I've had you on Embracing Infinity before. And we talked all about your light painting. We talked all about telekinesis. So this is our third show together, but you're also a photographer.
That's true. Very true.
So,
one of my
how did this, how did that come to play? Was that first before the light painting or after or at the same time?
Actually, the first thing was my illustrations, like, my actual paintings. And as I worked in advertising, I got exposed to just like the best illustrators and photographers and directors. And I just loved all of it. And I would hire these people and I would just put my straw in and try to suck the brain out of them and like just get as much as I possibly could. And, when people see that you're really passionate about it, they'll like give you a lot. And photography became kind of a parallel path to my illustration and design. And, I worked commercially for a very long time, but it's also a real art passion for me in a super huge way. And I was in the macro mode. I took my camera with me everywhere, and I would just find the greatest little pictures and little cracks and little pieces of a leaf. And like all of a sudden, when you take that tiny little piece from this perspective and blow it up huge, now it's like this whole it's the whole like as above so below kind of thing. It's like, yes, you understand like on that level of it, there's just this incredible another whole world that's existing without any knowledge about what's going on out here, you know. And it just became a really deep part of my metaphysical journey as well, and sent me off on a bunch of different tangents. But I love and anything that I could make macro, like huge, like drops of water. I was really fascinated with drops of water. And I lived in Miami at the time, and Miami has the most amazing botanical gardens called Fairchild Gardens. And I had already like scoured every plant that was in my neighborhood, and I decided to go like spend some time at Fairchild. And they're one of a series, a trust of botanical gardens that trades endangered species so that no one place has them and they'll survive. So they've got these just like species of plants that you've just never seen ever. And oh man, I would just go there and spend the whole day just down into that, and it was a real treat. Still part of my life in a big way. And the light painting came later because that sort of became a fusion of the way I painted and the way I shot photography. And that's why I kind of have really been doing that a lot in the last few years, because it's the merger of both of those things, which is glorious. Love that.
Your work is incredible. So I'm so happy that we get to share more of it here today. So, and as you were speaking, Bryan, I thought of, you know, how you're discovering these worlds within these small places too. Like there's a whole nother world in that flower, in that little corner of the garden, you know. A mushroom is home to how many creatures, right? And
insects. I was just gonna say insects, man. Like insects.
Yeah.
Big. Like, okay, they're absolutely aliens.
I know. The praying mantis, especially the way they look at you, if you get a close-up picture and then the way they look at you with those eyes, it's like, oh, there's something in you. You're very alive. But I imagine that it opens up your awareness to become aware of these, just as traveling would do, and see the bigger picture of all of these other new places. But to even go in a little corner of a garden, what it would do to open up your awareness, expand your consciousness.
Absolutely. And it, you know, that's what I said. It was really informing my metaphysical journey at the same time, because once I got that realization of like, oh my God, with just this level, well, you know, it goes out and down infinitely. And it really inspired and encouraged my own metaphysical journeys too, to go explore those spaces. And that was part of my, you know, I've been practicing for a long time. And one of the things I'm happiest about is being able to read frequencies and go there and explore that whole world and that whole space. And man, it just broadens your whole perception of what is actually out there. Like you really can't wrap your mind about how infinite just even life forms are out there, much less stars and all the rest. And you know, that happens on the macro level too. You know, you start writing down farther and farther and farther. You know, like when I was describing doing that materialization with the salt, you know, the way to do that is to go into the salt with your perspective. And that was the other really great thing, was learning the fact that your visual perception in the astral is not locked to your visual perception here. And you can macro down or macro out as far as you can imagine and want to go. And writing down, you know, like doing the salt, the first thing is to write into the salt and then go down onto the particle level of the salt, where everything is in form, and speed up those frequencies so that they are no longer in phase in this frequency. and then it disappears, and then it's just energy that you can pull and then slow it down, and then boom, it's there. So those first uh, macro explorations just sent me, that was a really deep rabbit hole that I still haven't found the bottom of. In a
I'm
real,
not sure if we ever do find the bottom of
that's
that.
the glorious thing. That's why
Yeah.
how could you ever be bored? How could you're never going to come, okay, well, that's the end of the game. I conquered the last level. What's next? You know, like it's just so infinite. And
It's
I don't know
true.
about you, but the more I learn, and the more information I get, and just peaks of understanding of that totality, the dumber I realize I actually am. And that's a great, like, I love that space, because, well, you're not trying
Yes.
to convince yourself and others of the depth of your knowledge, and you just
Yeah.
embrace your stupidity.
It's
And
very humbling in a good way.
natural
Yeah.
learning, right?
Yes, it's very humbling in a good way. Yeah, it helps put things in perspective and helps us find a balance. Sometimes we really need to remember our bigness, and then sometimes we need to also remember we're part of something so big, so majestic, and it helps us to come back to the balance and the connectivity, just like the nature has done for you. It brings you back into connection because you realize you're part of something. Too, when
Absolutely.
we get out of connectivity, it can be a very isolating experience and disconnecting, and it just and it's hard to find the harmony. It's hard to feel happy, right? And when you come back into connectivity, then we have a little bit more, I think, a little bit more purpose, or a little bit more understanding, a little bit more ability to actually create some
That's
change in the world too. So I
one
love
of the
that. I love
one
that.
of the other really good benefits of that whole exploration was, um, man, when you macro down like into the center of a rose, different kinds of
Yeah.
plants, you become aware of the sacred geometry that's like
Yes.
the architecture to everything, everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's been a really rich exploration as well.
Yeah. And witnessing that exquisite intelligence, what that does to your mind, to your imagination, to your awareness, to it's so beautiful. And then you see like there's some real intelligence going on in nature, right? And
Ah,
we're part of it, we're living with it. And that's where we realize we're connected to everything all the time. Being human is very spiritual.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Actually, being a tree is really spiritual. Like all of that, like is so
Wow. Yes.
connected. Um,
Yeah.
connected on an energetic level that, like, okay, I get it now. It's like part of the fabric, not just individual pieces.
Yeah, exactly. That's so beautiful. And hello to our beautiful friend who's joining us too. Christy's here and Lynn's here.
What's up,
Um,
Michelle?
yeah, a lot more friends. Michelle is here. Miss Karen Bonafilio is here too. So all your people are coming to support you, Mr. Bryan.
Oh, that's awesome. Energetic family, you know.
Yeah, this is our beautiful family, and our community keeps growing. So that's what's so amazing and wonderful too. All right, my friend. Do you want to get started with sharing some of your photography? Are we ready
Well,
to
sure,
go?
that would be great. You want to start with the plant thing? Yeah, I think
Let's
that's
do it.
a great
Yeah,
idea.
let's do it. And then we can take a little break and we'll introduce our other photos that we've got too. Does that sound like a plan?
That sounds perfect. Yes.
Okay.
So, out of all those Fairchild shots, they have an amazing collection of orchids, right? So I'm down like in the very center of the orchid, and I'm like, wow, that's, I know I'm a sexual person, but that's a little sexual there, if you ask me. Not to mention that some of them totally look like they're alien species. They're like creatures. I'm telling you right now, they are alive. They're creatures. There's consciousness with them, and really, really crazy. So anyway, I put together just a ton of pics, and I have a really good friend that I always like to share stuff with, and I sent to her a collection of some of the orchid stuff and the roses and stuff.
Mhm.
And she sent me back this, like, she was kind of really shy, and she goes, well, you know, I love that. I love those are really beautiful, but they're also kind of sexy. I went, yeah, well,
Nature
okay,
is sexy. Well, how about that?
it's me then. Okay, you're out with me. All right, awesome. So I decided to do a book, and I wound up putting together a collection of those images in a book called Plant Porn.
What a name.
You know, and I just put it together and did little intros into them like it was a classic old Playboy or something, and really super tongue in cheek, and it turned out really really good. And so I'll share some of those images with you now.
Beautiful.
Oh,
There we go.
start it,
Oh,
and we're going to start at the beginning.
okay. These are lovely.
Hello, anytime. There we go.
There she is. Oh,
I just
beautiful.
right like the rhythm to that.
It's
And
goddess. It's a
oh,
goddess flower.
right.
Mm.
Well, that's the Lynn Juno flower.
Oh, did you hear that, Lynn?
The
There's a
purple
goddess flower just for you.
flower. Oh man, but you know those little bud, the little stamens and stuff, they're just so small and microscopic, you just don't even
Yeah,
notice them. And the texture of the
beautiful.
leaves and the way it feels like waves and water, and oh man, I just really love it. And this one too.
Mm,
You know, these have
beautiful.
music for me.
Yes, they do.
When I look at these, I just like I hear tones and strings, and like they have this rhythm to them that I just
Yes.
find intoxicating. Yeah,
Yes. It's talk about the dance, the beauty. Oh, wow. Look at this.
that is the craziest plant.
Ah,
And okay,
wow.
I don't really need to mention what it looks like.
No,
But
you do not.
it's a pretty
We
scary version.
know.
Yeah. Oh, super crazy. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, it it
Oh,
really is luscious. It's beautiful.
right. It
It's
just,
art. It's nature. It's creation.
wow,
Absolutely
the
beautiful. Your
texture.
photography is beautiful, Brian.
Thanks.
It's just beautiful. Wow.
So these
You
are,
capture the lusciousness of these flowers so well. Oh goodness. Wow.
this is one of the creatures. This one talked to me like in insane kind of ways, and the colors on the like there's
Hmm.
so many different versions and varieties. It's like just in orchids, it's almost infinite. It's just like wow, nature is just beyond, right?
Oh,
The little
beautiful.
lapping tongue at the bottom.
They do
Just
have a personality, each of them, don't they?
every single
Too.
one of them. They really, really do.
Yes.
Like,
They're
look at this.
living. Oh,
This thing is just nuts. Ah, it just draws you in, and
yeah.
yeah, these
Oh my
next couple
goodness.
are really, really beautiful. It's just like an angel,
Oh,
like an
it
angel.
does. It does look like an angel.
Yeah, this one even more. Ah, like it's flying.
I feel so much spirit as I look at these. It's like, how can you not believe that we're part of something magnificent when we watch these? You know, it
Yeah,
touches your soul
it
in just
really.
the most unique and divine way.
Well, you come to have a real appreciation for all life forms,
Yeah,
like all
absolutely.
life forms, and things that are living. When you really look at them, like the architecture behind them is just mind-boggling and beautiful and mysterious, and like, ah, it makes it really rich when you can start to appreciate that
Yes.
and realize your place in the fabric.
Yes. I love orchids. They're just divine.
Yeah, me too. So this one's really funny. This came off, this came off a baobab tree.
A what tree?
A baobab tree. You know, the huge trees in Africa that look like they've been pulled out and put back in, like the roots are
Ah,
coming up where the leaves are
yes.
supposed to be. Yeah, these fall off of that, and I just think this is the craziest thing. The headline for this in the book is "Kiss Me, You Fool."
Now, what's the actual size of this on the tree?
You mean the actual size of the lips?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're about, oh, I'd guess like 8 inches, 9 inches wide.
Oh, okay, that's fairly large. Yeah. I just wonder if people would come up and try to kiss it. That's my quirky sense of humor, but I could see people doing that, just because it's like a
It's so like lips, right? And I mean,
it
what
looks
a
like
crazy
it's
thing for
puckering up
that,
to give you a kiss, right?
right? Exactly. And all of these with the tongues and like, oh man, it's just so, come on,
Very
it
sensual, very beautiful.
really is.
Yes.
All right, so this will be your favorite section.
We love roses. Mm,
This is like a painting to me. We were talking
yeah.
about like my art and the photography. After I started doing shooting a lot, I realized I was looking at my shots, and I realized that the way I painted like really informed my composition and the way I went after colors and the way I kind of blur things sometimes. So it just took on just a single point of focus in it, but everything else was sort of blurry. That's the way I paint a lot too, and it
Yeah.
was really curious to see that. And then I did like I went a long time and didn't push any paint around, and then I busted out the brushes and the tubes and did a few acrylics, and I realized how much my photography in now in return is informing the way I paint, and it was kind of a fun cycle. But I
Yeah.
love these and the construction of them, and when you see the sacred geometry that's happening in there, and the whole Fibonacci sequence, it's
The light and the shadow dancing together, which is what we were just speaking about, right? The
yeah,
light and the shadow dancing together. It's just beautiful. Look at all the colors.
yeah,
Wow.
and that is just radiant.
Oh,
I just
gorgeous.
love this particular piece.
Mm,
That's what's so fun. I think that's why I just keep doing it decade after decade after decade. It never gets old. The surprise of actually sitting down and looking at what you shot and having a couple of them just jump out and go, "Whoa, man!" I never get
yes.
rid of that feeling ever. It's really wonderful. And
Beautiful.
this is not the most flamboyant one, but I think this is my favorite one of all my roses.
Uh,
It's just so subtle and so
yes.
delicate, and like the way it spirals around. And
Yeah.
I sold a bunch of prints of this actually.
It's very elegant. Yeah. It has a beautiful elegance to it. I can see why that would be a big purchase for people from you. It's beautiful. And the colors too.
Evelyn said Halloween wax lips.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, and last but not least, just I love drops of water and stars and backlit things. When you put the sun behind something, it shows its true nature.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Do you remember what kind of plant this is called?
I can't remember to save my soul right at the moment, to be honest with you.
That's okay. It's just beautiful.
All right, there we go. Let's get rid of you. And let's get rid of you. All right. Well, you think it's time for the twin story? Okay.
Well, let's take a little break. Yeah, so let's take a
On,
little break. I want to catch up with a few of the comments here too. Miss Christie is saying so beautiful, Bryan.
Thank you, Christy, very much.
And Evelyn is, I love these little aliens in the orchids. They're my favorite photo and paint. The MZ is here.
Can't help.
Yes. Mr. MZ is here. Spectacular, yet another layer of the wizard.
How are you doing tonight, Dr. Zoom? Good to see you, man. Thanks,
Miss Jennifer McCormick saying beautiful as well, too. Our friend Ringo Thorne is saying the frequency of delicate beauty and such a divine high. These are wild, Bryan.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
And I couldn't agree with you more.
Brad,
what's up?
Yeah, Precious here. Hello, hello. Bryan is so connected, so beautiful. Our Miss Heidi Goal is here. She's joined us. Welcome, Heidi from Colorado. She was driving home to make it. Press joining us from South Africa. Excellent.
Oh, Press, you know about baobab trees, don't you?
Well, she says she never saw it.
Really?
So now she has.
Well, there you go.
This is good. This is good. Beautiful, Jennifer. Miss Evelyn is saying, love the soft mood. And let me see here. I thought I was tripping, but you're reverse. I don't know what that means, Mish. How... she's watering her flowers, the synchronicity. I get it.
Perfect.
I get it. That's beautiful. Okay.
Beautiful. Plant love. There you go.
And these are so deep and gorgeous. Yes.
Thanks, Lynn.
Absolutely gorgeous. There we go. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. I just wanted to make sure you got to witness all of these lovely comments that are here on your behalf too. So
thank you guys for the kind.
All right. So amazing. And I haven't done an art show in a little while, but maybe since yours, I'm not sure, since we did all of your light painting and things you were doing. So it's nice to get back into that again. I kind of miss it too. We've been talking a lot about ascension and higher consciousness recently too. So it's nice to come back to the art as well. So, okay.
Well, so not too dissimilar.
I'm sorry?
I said they're not too dissimilar.
This is true. This is very, very true. But I love to share your work too. So, okay, my friend. Now, you have been on the twin flame journey, and I do remember we had a show on this with another coach. I believe it was the one with Jess, and you were talking a little bit about yours in the comments, and that she's in spirit now, but still with you. So let's just start there with what you would like to share about that story in your words.
All right. Wow. First of all, I've never shared this entire story ever. I just never explain anything. It's like you can make up your own mind and decide, like I am what I am, and that's all that I am, because I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Beautiful I am, you are, my friend.
There were so many like metaphysical truths in Popeye, I can't even tell you. Like, I am that I am.
So true.
It's the words of making. It's like, oh my God.
So true. I never thought about that. That's very true.
There are a lot of old cartoons, like when you go through them after you get some education, you go, whoa, man, they were putting it forth. All right. So I have to go back just a little bit and start while I was still married and I was in a relationship with somebody. I didn't have a very good, like my community. I look back now, I thought it was good then, but when I look back now, I go, man, we were not connected whatsoever. So I had this job. It was an advertising job. I was shooting commercial, and we had hired Jerry Hall, who at the time was supermodel and Mick Jagger's girlfriend. And I was stoked. Like I thought she was just like the hottest woman ever. And I'm waiting outside the tent for her to get there, and a pleasant but very average looking woman comes walking up and goes by, and all of a sudden I realized, man, that's Jerry Hall. Like, what? And she turned around and looked at me and patted me on the cheek. She goes, don't worry, honey, it gets better. And she came out about 10 minutes later, or like a while later, and was Jerry Hall. You know, they put the Jerry Hall on her, and it was just amazing. And I was flabbergasted by how, with makeup, you know, a little color, a little shadow, you could completely change your whole persona and become somebody else. So I sort of got obsessed about that. And I guess late 20s, just about to turn 30. And I started, you know, and I've always had a really strong, like, feminine side. My masculine, I love my man. And that's how I grew up. I grew up in the Midwest, you know, with a good farm family, you know. So, yeah, you know, there was just some areas that just you didn't go. So, anyway, the male side of me got a lot of love and a lot of watering, and I was able to find, you know, it was the 70s, so it was glam rock. So I got to find my little feminine things happening through all of that. And,
Yes, I remember with all the hairspray bands, everything went a little bendy there.
yeah, exactly, right. So so I wound up really wanting to explore that side of myself and in deeper ways. Like I all of a sudden it wasn't just about the, like, the clothes or the looks, or like, it was really like this energetic need inside me to explore that. And, you know, I sent you the thing the other day with a text about how I just freaks me out how accurate the astrological symbols are for us, you know.
Yes.
And mine's on the side, the dual wavy lines, and that's exactly how I've always felt. Like there was parts of me that were in there that I really could not express. So I wound up trying to figure out a way to talk to my wife about that, to explore that. And I had never mentioned that to a single soul ever. So and this sort of a statement on the nature of our communication. Like I couldn't just sit down and talk to her about it. I had to, like, compose a letter. So I composed this like 4-page letter, just like, man, I wrote it and wrote it and wrote it and wrote it. I left it for her. I was honestly sort of expecting some immediate response to it, and it just, like, it never happened. And a month went by, and 2 months went by, and, like, at 3 months I was like, hey, did you ever get that letter? And I got the stink eye, man. I'm like, yes, and I don't remember when the man just went off, like, off. And it was like, oh man, so do I just stop? Like, that really didn't seem like there was something happening, and it was like I wanted to share that with her, but it sort of became impossible. So I went on my own little exploration, and not long after that, we got divorced, and it was an acrimonious nuclear destruction is the only way to put that. You know, and I got divorced in a week-long jury trial in the most conservative county in Georgia, and there.
Oh dear.
Yeah, she busted my clothes. You know, I started getting some clothes and stuff, and so I had to sit there in front of the jury while I pulled all that out, and just like,
oh,
her lawyer, like, called me every name you could possibly imagine to be called, which was just the absolute, like, I had spent a lot of time, like, curating my public image you know, I was in advertising, pretty visible, and like I spent a lot of time like trying to figure out how people were going to, you know, perception's reality, and you know how to figure out how to navigate that. And man, all of that just got like everything I'd ever feared. Ah, boom! Like eat it. Enjoy it, you know, because here it's like right there, and it was relentless and intense, and like, oh man, it shredded me in a really intense way. So I'm off and like trying to like regroup. My job blew up. Like it was a really just my dad died. It was just a devastating time where like it was definitely a dark night of the soul journey in
Yes.
like the most extreme way.
Yes.
So I started just kind of exploring myself. That's when I decided to really start my practice in earnest, and I I started going after it like seriously, not just kind of playing around here or there or getting, but like went after it. Like I want to have this, and it was a really freeing time after I got my breath back. The way it got the wind
Yeah.
out of me, but once I got my breath back, it was like, okay, well, like it's mine now to do with as I please. What are we going to do? So that was a pretty fruitful thing. I got another pretty cool gig, and everything was going on cool, except now everybody in the ad community was talking about it. And, oh yeah, that Lahr, man, he dresses like a girl, blah 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 blah. It got really old in a really big hurry. And I kept trying to, you know, go out and be part of stuff. And one night I went to a party, and this girl walked up to me, excuse me, and she goes, you know, I've heard some things, and I started to go, oh man, no, like here we go, right? And she says, well, you know, we talked about it for a little bit, and she got this like wicked little look on her face, and she goes, you know, I think that's kind of hot. And I went, you do? And she goes, yeah, it's really hot. And I said, well, we should go out on a date.
Now we're talking. You found your match. Oh my gosh.
So we did, and we got together, and it was just kind of instant chemistry. And you know, we just got through with the show on the shadow, and you know, I brought up like I've only experienced that once, where like everything your shadow wanted, her shadow wanted from you, and vice versa. And I had just
Yeah.
was gobsmacked that all of this stuff I had shame about, and I had like, well, no, you know, and all of a sudden it was now just like boom. So we're dancing around a little bit at first, and it's going really great, and I'm like, wow, man, I'd really like to like see if we can go farther and deeper, man. Go ahead and tell her this one, and and I jumbled up the courage and sat her down, and we're like talking about it, and I said, so blah 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 blah, and she just looked at me for a second, kind of cocked her head. She goes, you know, I was going to ask you the same thing. I went, yeah, man, thank you, amazing.
Thank you, God.
Yeah, and
Oh,
that was just like this mind-blowing journey of being able to like now there were rules. Like I felt like I was in prison in my marriage. It was like just it was man, it was not watering me. It was making me small and shrunk and ashamed, and it was nasty. And to be on this scenario where now it's like, yeah, let's talk about it. You know, not everything went by, but like pretty much everything went by that really mattered. And you know, it's cool when somebody decides to um, pick on something you really like and fulfill that for you. And that's a really loving gesture, and I've always appreciated that very much. But to have somebody that wants what you want at the same time, and like that's feeding them as much as it's feeding you, I don't know. That's the best. That's the best of all worlds there, in a really crazy way. So, I guess I should show some pictures. What do
Okay,
you think?
let's do it. So he's got some pictures to show for us for your love story. Um, Evelyn says her heart was hurting for you, but now it's happy for you.
Oh,
And
it's a good happy ending, Evelyn. Thank you very much.
yeah, absolutely. And Mish was saying Jerry Hall was in Let's Stick Together. And we have a French Canadian here. Bonjour, bonjour, Marie. Thank you for being here, darling.
All right.
And Lynn loves Popeye too. So I just want to make sure we and Arnie knows your story. First marriage to prison for him, and then he hit gold with Marianne. 2 different worlds. Yeah, so they can definitely relate. Okay,
Well,
so let's go ahead.
I don't know if you noticed this or not, Arnie, but like as brutal as that was, that made me appreciate the new thing, like on this level I never would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So this is me. And the fact that I could make myself look at like somebody else that I didn't recognize, like that tripped me out really hard. And these became art for me also. Yeah.
It does look, yeah, it is art. Wow.
There we go. And I always made a big deal. You know, back then it was Polaroids. There were no digital cameras, so everything lived in those little packs, right? All right. So
I know, but those pictures last forever because the other ones changed so much. You can't make copies of them anymore.
Exactly.
Okay.
I keep screwing this up here. So
wow.
I was kind of screwing around with it, and then I met Karen, and this is her.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a similarity between the two of you when you're dressed up and she's her.
You know, we said so many times, and not meaning what we mean by it. You know, she would go,
"We look like twins."
Eppin twins.
Wow, she is beautiful. She's just gorgeous.
We had such a good time, and like I got to go out in the group of girls, and like seeing the world from inside your guys' perspective was a real eye opener in really profound ways. And
yes,
that side of me, and acknowledging, it's just like the shadow tonight we were talking about. You know, like keeping your shadow, you know, in the doghouse, you know, is not the way to roll. It's not your enemy, it's your friend. And blending those two things together, like really like makes things rich. And to be able to have both of those sides and be with somebody that had that flow with them as well was just super awesome. So we dated for a while, had a really fun time, and then we were going to move to Miami, and we wound up doing that. And we were just really good together. We were friends. She was an artist as well, as she had gone to the same art school I was a teacher at, and we just shared this passion for design and photography and everything creative. And we spent our time making things and making each other happy. And you know, we partied a little bit too much, but man, we would spend weekends. We'd start on Friday, and we would just do each other all week. And you know, a little time for a little sleep, a little food. Let's go. All right, let's try. Yeah.
Well, you had to make the most of it, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you two.
So this was one of my funnest nights. We got to go out to the trendy club called Velvet, in Atlanta, and
Mm-hmm.
I went out with a bunch of her friends, and it was just to
80s hair.
have that in prison for so long. It was just like I felt like I was free, and
Oh,
it was a super cool thing.
I'm so happy for you.
Thanks. So right before I was going to move to Miami, um, I told my mom about it. We went out to dinner and had fajitas, and I told my mom, and we came back to the house, and she asked me if I'd get dressed for her so she could see me. So this was mom.
Oh, I
Oh,
love you, Mom. Mom, we love you.
so bad, man. She's here with me all the time, though.
Oh, like, and look, you have the same little chandelier earrings.
Yes, exactly, right?
Look at that. A girl
So,
notices these things, Brian.
yeah, little sexy mode. So
Mhm.
the way it sort of rolled with me is like about 3 years, like the partying became really intense for Karen, and I wanted to be moving away from that in a really big way,
Mhm.
and it just got, I used to like, she'd ask like, why can't we be together? I said, because you already married Jack, Jack Daniels, and like
Ah.
the alcohol, like who she was, like her little girl made me so happy. Like I loved
Mhm.
her little girl, her little playmate, my like, oh man, it was just amazing. And we spent some amazing time in the sandbox, just having fun and creating things. And that part of her was so sweet and so honest and good. And then like the
Yeah.
other, like the evil twin part of her, it was just, oh, just would say the most hurtful, just and then just like every addict, the next morning, oh well, I was drunk. Yeah, well, okay. So I couldn't wind up. We broke up, and I
Mhm.
didn't. We didn't stay in contact too much for about a year or so, and then she showed back up again, and I was doing my best just to cut the cord because her broken self, like she didn't really want, there was no deep desire for her to get better. you know she kind of enjoyed it and wanted to stay that way, and she do the, oh, I ought to stop drinking, but like that just never ever ever happened except for a brief couple of periods here and there. So I pretty much just went on about my life, and we stayed in touch and friends, and we would get together, and um, well, I tried my best just to cut the cord, but every single time after her time had gone by and she called, I'd pick up the freaking phone. Hey, what's up?
It doesn't work too well with twins.
No, no,
No.
no,
It's just an unbreakable bond. So yeah, I get it.
no.
Yeah. And sometimes when you try to pull away, then they feel it, right? So then she call you, right? So yeah.
Well, and the things that fit together perfectly when there was no alcohol involved were still
Yeah.
there. Like that didn't go away,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh my god, please, please. And eternal
Mhm.
optimist that I am, even though I know better, I always hoped I could help her somehow. Like I could help get her out of it. Like I could help her like find
Mhm.
a new road. And I tried to get her
Yeah.
on a magical path, but she was so afraid of claiming her own power. It just scared her, and she didn't want any part of it. And so it was really um,
It's ironic because she helped you to do that, but she had a hard time doing it for herself. But
I
yet
know,
she helped
right?
you to do that with her acceptance of you just as you were. Yeah. Okay.
So I wound up getting off into my African stuff, and that was a 5 year jag where like this was not possible to experience within that zone. So
Mhm.
I it just sort of went away, and when I deny that part of me, um, I get very unhappy. And usually the times when I really want to explore that and enjoy it is when I'm really good in life and everything's really cool. My male is a really great warrior and a very good defender. And
Hmm.
when things get really intense, he shows up and is going to take care of business. And so after the African thing, I wound up doing the motorcycle shows, and oh my God, that was
Well, that's a switch.
oh my God, it was about 4.5 years of just. I basically lived on a tour bus, and we went and filmed like biker build off things. We did a couple things for Discovery, and and went to all the rallies, Sturgis, like 4 years in a row, and man, it was just an insane life. And
Wow.
it was definitely not a life like I was hanging out in Sturgis, like riding with Sonny Barger and the Hells Angels and hanging out in the Hells Angels clubhouse. I was definitely not
Oh my.
that I wanted to exhibit that particular side of me in any way, shape, or form.
I can see how those two might not go together oh so well.
Yeah,
for
they were
you, Bryan.
really sort of in conflict in
Yeah.
a way. And during that time, I thought that I had lost my opportunity to work with the teacher I have now. I hadn't even started working with him. I was still trying to get to him, and I heard that he had left town, and like it kind of sent me into this really deep, hopeless funk, man. And I had already, with the motorcycle stuff, started drinking myself, which had never really been an issue, but I was pounding them, man, and pounding on the weight. And I wound up blowing up to almost 400 pounds with diabetes too. My body was shutting down. My blood sugar was at 720. I mean, that's like, how are you even walking? That's
How are you how are you living? Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so once I met my teacher and got it back on the road, man, I've had like 6 dark nights of the souls, Jennifer. Really close.
We've had like 35,642, Bryan, but
So
who's
not-
counting?
So
Who's counting?
so not fun, like so not fun. So anyway, once I got it back on track and I started practicing and I started doing effects, like life really changed in a really huge way. And
Yeah.
I'm really happy, man. And okay, I was insufferable. I don't know how anybody could be around me at that point, because I was a new wizard that just got his first effects, found his power, and I lost 200 pounds, man. And I was just,
Wow.
everybody, come on, that's great. You shut up. Oh my God, man, enough with you already in your
Aw.
So anyway, I busted out the clothes and the wigs, and just decided I was going to be who I was. And I didn't share it with a wide group of people, but I had a really fun little group of people that I enjoyed, that knew me and accepted it, and it was all just part of who I was. It was no big deal. And then about 4 years ago, I moved up here to Sebring, and that was at the end of another, like the most brutal dark night ever. And I got pushed to move to Sebring. I moved here without ever setting foot in the place that I live now, and I'd never set foot in Sebring ever. And I just went, I trust you. And they found it and put me in it and sent me the hell up here. And I decided I didn't know a soul here. I had nothing that I was really hanging on to. I didn't really have any kind of bullshit image I had to maintain. And I just decided for once just to be totally authentic. So I love painting my nails. I mean, come on, you can't be an artist that's in love. Like, I keep Crayola crayon boxes around me just because I like looking at the colors, right? And as I've gotten older, going into a Mac store or Sephora, man, it's like an adult crayon store. I'm like, wow, my God, that's so amazing.
Oh, it's too bad we live so far away, and we could go shopping in the makeup
Oh,
store.
that would be a blast.
I'd be like, right, does this color look okay? I mean, no, that one, dear.
It's just over the top. So
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, I'm living here a couple of months, and um, I had somebody that I was starting to strike up a friendship with go, "Do you know anything about
Uh,
the goddess gathering?" I went, "No." And like
uh,
a bunch of women here were putting together a big, a monthly meeting on the full moon, and
mhm.
she said, "You really should go. I'll be there, and come and show up and hang out." Oh my God, this is the most crazy story. So I decided I was going to go. And it would be the first time I'd ever met anybody, the first time dressed in in
Ah,
in that part, right? So
yeah.
the day of the gathering happened, and you'll laugh at this, man. I tried on everything I had, and I hated all of it. I did my makeup like 3 times. I'm like, oh man, you just look terrible, and I beat on myself all day long, and the whole time a little voice back there is going, "No, don't be mean to you. Don't go. Don't go. It's okay. You don't have to go. We can just stay here and just, we'll take some pictures. Just, don't be mean." And oh man, so I just motored through that. I was determined, like it was like I was determined, and I get in the car and I drive over there. I'm same voice the whole time, right? And I come up to this place called the Coffee Vault where the gathering was going to be happening, and
Uh-huh.
I look through the doors and there's a big group of people, maybe 30, 40 people, all sitting around on chairs in a circle, and the middle of the room is open, and anyone that opens the door, the immediate thing that happens is everybody in the room looks right at the person coming in the door. So I'm standing there at the door, and I'm going, you could still like go to the car, go to the car, go to the car. This is really scary. Don't be mean to you. And I took my hand on and off the handle like 4 or 5 times. And finally I just said, "The hell with it." And I walked in, and absolutely everybody in the room like looked right over. And I was just like, oh man, the hair on my neck was standing up, and my skin was kind of jumping around on my body. I'm like, breathe, breathe, take a deep breath. So I found a cool little chair, and I found my little place along the wall, and I had my decks with me because it was kind of a Halloween sort of time. So I had my decks with me, and I started opening my case and got distracted into that. And I started looking around the room, and up over in the corner was this kind of glow of light. And I went over there, and it was somebody had a booth set up with jewelry and crystals and all
Oh,
kinds of
wow.
stuff. And I went, wow, this is really super cool. And I'm looking around, and all of a sudden I feel this tingle on the back of my neck. And I turned around and I looked, and I saw my friend Leah, except her face was just light, just
Mm.
light. Ooh. And I went, wow, good to see you again. I've missed you so bad. And like instantly, like I remembered lifetimes with her, and we just started talking and blah 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 blah. And she's introducing me to all the people, and like all of a sudden I find myself like ingrained into the little groups and the little cliques and stuff, and everybody's coming up going, "Oh, you look so good." I'm
Just
like, "Oh, it's great. Yeah, what you
this
doing?"
is your twin, right? The one that you got separated from the alcohol, or is this someone new?
No, no, this is somebody that I met
Okay.
here.
Oh, okay. I got confused. My love, are we done with the screen share?
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought maybe I could get you big again as you're telling your story.
Well,
Okay.
here, let me
Oh,
show
you
you
do
the
have more.
last
Okay,
one.
you do have
That
more.
was right
Okay.
before I went to the meeting. This was,
Oh,
yeah,
is
yeah.
is this what you chose to wear when you
Yeah,
walked
this is
in?
what I looked like. Yeah,
You
I had a little cover thing too, but that's what
The necklace, the blue eyes, very nice, very
yeah,
nice. So this
my,
is where you met your friend Leah, and you remembered all your past lives, and it's this beautiful. Okay,
yeah.
got it. Sorry to interrupt your story there. I just was double checking. I got a little confused with who is who, but you looked
I did
great.
not mention, like, the couple of years right before COVID, and then those
Mhm.
COVID years. oh man, like I lost everybody. Like 5 of my mentors all passed away within 6 months of each other. I mean, it
Yeah.
was just like a bomb every second that was going off, and it was right before the COVID thing started. I got the call that she had like her liver was gone. It was no hope.
Oh, I'm so
She was going
sorry.
to go, and she wound up going to the other side after that,
I'm
and
so sorry.
that was really brutal. Still continues to be brutal, except that I'm really good at making thought forms, and I visit with her every night now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's an
So
unbreakable bond, whether you're in the 3D or spirit world, right?
that's
So,
exactly right. Yeah. And knowing that they're
yeah.
so accessible, that they're not out of reach. Crazy.
It's helpful. It's helpful.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't physically touch, but it gets as close as it can without physical touch.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So anyway, at
mm,
the end of the goddess gathering thing, I'm driving home,
yeah.
just going, "Wow, you chose to be your authentic self. You did that to fear, and like, then what?" And now I have friends now that I've had for 4 years, and me and Leah are super tight, man. We practice together.
Oh,
Like she's an old soul that like man,
yeah.
and there's deep love there. That was
I'm
pretty.
so happy for you.
Thanks. So what a crazy, I can't believe I told that story and
You've
so.
been on quite an adventure, my friend.
Say it again.
You came here for you've been on quite an adventure. You came here for the big league
Yeah.
spirit soul experience. You didn't come here for, small potato life. Which is
Farming.
funny because you were born on a farm, but no. That was not your that was not your
It's been
calling.
such a karmic existence, and
Yeah.
every significant relationship has like some deep karmic roots to it. And I think I'm the master deflector and maneuverer, and I think I've skated out of addressing some things like a bunch of times. And
Mhm.
while I was in the dark part before coming here, I was just like, okay, man, Saturn shows up with the bill. Like instead of trying to run out the door, I just decided, okay, what is it? Let's square this up this time, and that's
Yeah.
pretty much where I've been, for the last 20 years, is just trying to shore up what I know needs to happen, get my own like vibration and clean up of and just try to clean that slate and own it instead of escaping. And it's been as the Chinese say, it's been an interesting life.
Indeed, it has, and you're so brilliant and talented and strong, and there's just not enough words, And I know from our previous discussion, like you're being you without labels. So when I use these adjectives, I'm not labeling you. I'm trying to find some words to help really express, how amazing and brilliant you are, with your artistry, with everything you do on your show to help people come into their own and help them grow as well. And what you do with your meditations and your telekinesis is just crazy cool to what you can do. I mean, it's just so it's like also take a moment to like marvel in all that you are too, because that's a lot, you know.
Well, thank you for saying that. I always get a little like, I never want to buy my
I
own
know.
check, you know, and I always want to keep it like, it doesn't really matter how good you are at what you do. That doesn't really define you as a person. That's just, you know,
Yeah,
your light defines you as that. And
yeah.
yeah,
But
but
you're
there's so much.
expressing your essence,
Yes,
and to express your essence is to be in your full light, to be in your full glory. You're in your essence.
that's
That's
true.
something to celebrate. So
Woohoo!
with some water, cheers, my friend.
Woohoo! Yeah.
um, Yep, a couple nice comments. Or Lynn was remembering party was the order of the day back then. Yes.
Yes, it
Evelyn
was.
was saying how
Yeah.
gorgeous you both were.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you two were gorgeous. Beautiful free spirits, Ringo Thorn. Love that too. Lynn would love to go color shopping with you too.
Oh, Lynn, you and I would be trouble, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I can see that. I can see it.
Yeah.
And Mr. MZ is saying we had a great episode with Bree on Fool's Journey. Was that
We
the
did.
two of you?
I got dressed and did the show with me and Michael.
Oh, how cool. I love that. I love that so much. And there's definitely some condolences. Jen has a twin too, so she knows hers has passed away also.
We share that. Yeah, we share that.
Yeah. I know it seems like tragedy is a big aspect of the twin thing you're experiencing one way or another, but
You just can't release it, you know? It's just like it just doesn't. It's always there. Yeah.
But the love, you get to fully experience and understand what unconditional love is, and that sort of higher divine love too. It's like, bring me a higher love. That's a gift. That's a true gift, right?
I try to be grateful for the time we had too, because
exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
We love and appreciate you, Bryan. Yes, we do.
Back at you, girl.
What a long, strange trip it's been. Bryan.
Tripping.
I said something similar to Lynn last week, but when you went in the Soul's grocery store, you maybe like took an extra cart in there with you. So you were pushing one and you're pulling one and you fill them up really high. And you're like, I got this. I've done a million lifetimes. I can do this. Do you think, Bryan, maybe?
Maybe.
Just maybe. You're so sweet.
Right.
Oh my God, you're so sweet. We love you, Mr. Wizard. Look at that. This is great. You're just gonna have to accept all this love being shown all over you.
Thank you so much.
Eat it, my friend. There you go.
I took all those walls down. I'm like,
yeah.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to. And I love your blue nails. They're the best. They're pretty darn cool.
Yeah, those are good ones, right? This hand's a lot better.
Oh,
I keep breaking these.
do you play? I know you do music with the piano too. Do you like play guitar or anything with strings that those would come in handy for too?
I used to be a major shredder on guitar, and I got a bad accident and I cut the tendon on the back of my elbow, and I wound up losing feeling in my left hand altogether. And I've been working on that over the years, and I like my little finger is still like only 50%. So I can't really play guitar anymore, but I peck around on keyboards a whole lot, and I do my hand pan. That's the other thing, I got pan now, and like I practiced on that enough. Like the thing I loved about guitar is I played my scales long enough to finally get to the point where I didn't really have to think about my fingers anymore. I could just think about the music, and that that's an indescribable feeling when you're in that nexus and you're just like, you can't make a mistake, and you're just, what's the expression of that inner voice? Because music's a language anyway, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's the language of God there.
And handpan, I've kind of gotten back my ability just to wail and just sit down and play for an hour.
I remember you made a song for me on your piano, and you did one for Kelly too. We're very lucky gals too. I have a clip of that on my YouTube channel too. I'm very proud of it. Miss Evelyn is saying, "I'm so grateful that you both are in my life." We're so grateful for you too, Miss Evelyn. Yes, we are, darling. And one of the aspects we were going to touch on, which we've touched on, is learning how to balance your divine masculine and feminine, and because we all have that within us. We all have masculine essences in us, and we all have feminine essences. And if we're only expressing one half of that, there is an imbalance, and there's going to be a friction within, right? It's always going to try to find its way out, right? So I think what's such a beautiful gift is, and also you experienced that within your twin flame dynamic journey as well too. And so the two of you help to balance and harmonize and add and maybe subtract if needed to. And now you're carrying this on with her with you in spirit,
That's
right? And what's so important about this, Bryan, is this is something the entire planet needs to be doing, balancing out the masculine and the feminine. Because if they're not in their right places, something, we're not harmonized, right? And so we see the distorted forms of both. And we need to break free of that distortion. So I do believe you may be a trailblazer, my friend. Free of labels, just being you.
Hey, that's, can't help it. I'm an Aquarian. The best part about all of there were so many levels of understanding what it was really about.
Yeah.
But it really
Yeah.
came, it really for me is about the energetic aspect of it. And, I try to hang right here. I'm the blend. And I stay in the center. And if you need the extreme there, if you need the extreme, like I do my readings, like I love letting my woman do my readings. She's so much better. And my guy is a badass at my telekinetics and my projective stuff. And so those skills are available, whatever part of that. And then I get to just live life right with both. And I don't have to choose. And I'm whole. I'm the most unified me I've ever been.
That's what we came here for. Right? It's the wholeness. That's the goal.
I don't think that ever stops until we close our eyes for good this time. But it
That's
feels
true,
good.
but well done, Bryan.
Back at you.
I'm so happy for you too. And Miss Evelyn says, so grateful for you both. Yes. And Ringo Thorne says, every breath she breathes keeps my heart beating. I'm blessed. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah. And Mr. MZ is saying, have a great night, you two. Thank you, MZ, for coming by and joining us. We love you, friend, too. And all of you sacred spiralers. Aren't we all on this spiral together?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Bryan.
Yes, ma'am.
What would you like to leave us with as we come to a close?
You always ask me this, and I come up with something, and then when the show stops, and I go, oh, should have said that. Oh, okay. Be your authentic self. Love all the parts of you. Unify your spirit and your mind and your shadow into one whole, complete being that is a divine spark of the source. It's not just you think about that. You are the source. You're the infinite creator in your own universe, and you're creating your reality every single second. So make it one you want, one you love, one you have passion for, and share the light.
Amen, brother.
Hallelujah, sister.
We did it.
A double header.
I love that so much, Bryan. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this show with me and sharing more of your artwork and your very vulnerable story with all of us too. But it's been a blessing for all of us. And I'm already hearing from Spirit, you've given other people an opportunity to be more authentic. You've given people permission to find more parts of themselves and set them free too.
Yeah.
I think you've set some people free here tonight.
Free at last.
The best. So, my dear friends,
for having me on too. I enjoy sharing space with you very much, and
I do too, Bryan.
Always inspire me. And
yeah, it's an honor to have you, my friend, too. And our beautiful friends, thank you for staying with us here tonight on the Love Show on the Sacred Spiral Network. Without you, there really wouldn't be a show. We're very, very grateful for you. Always so supportive, always so contributive. We love you so very dearly. I look forward to seeing you coming this Friday. My sister show, Embracing Infinity, at 12 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. in the UK with my dear guest, Jai Jenkert. That's going to be another fabulous show coming in just a few days. And in between, plenty of other shows on the Sacred Spiral Network as well. Please, everybody, have a beautiful evening. Sleep with the angels, and we'll see you all again very, very soon. Lots of love to everybody. Bye.